Hey guys, today we are doing Imola, let's get started. We are powering through the main straight, reaching speeds up to 330 km/h with open DRS. This is definitely the best overtaking opportunity on this track. Big braking zone, using every millimeter of the circuit, back on full power on the exit, gaining valuable momentum through this short straight. A very tricky turn-in. You need to clip the curves, but make sure they don't unsettle the car. Full power, and this is the end of first sector, an uphill sharp left turn where the exit is really important, as we will climb meters and meters high using all the power in our engine. The fastest turn of the track, 5G on your body. I don't feel it because it's just a simulator. And now comes the trickiest part of the track, double right-hander, braking and turning at the same time. The track just tries to throw you out. You need to be back on the power early as well. This ends the second sector through the chicane. You need to be ultra confident and precise on the curves as soon as you are down on track and have traction, back on full power to gain good time in this flat out section of the track. The downhill braking, it's very hard to stop the car here, but the exit is not that important. You have to turn in again, use all the track, have a nice exit, but the line comes very soon and you cross the lap around Imola. So here we are in our amazing esports facility. Let's go through the lap in detail. The start-finish line is quite early on. You need to have an amazing exit out of the last corner, open up the DRS as soon as possible, take the shortest and straightest line possible down the main straight to get great speed and minimize distance. Turn 1 entry is pretty exciting. You need to use all the track on the outside, but bear in mind, if you touch the grass, you will spin, and then hitting the apex, just about avoiding the sausage curve, the high yellow one, and then being back on full power through the second part is crucial to maximize this exit and gain valuable time. And then the last part of the first sector is really tricky. You need to start turning while you are full on power, 300 km/h, then you lift, you try to keep your car tight, you shift down from 7th to 5th really fast, and then it's all about the exit for the short flat out section, which ends sector 1. The next corner is an uphill braking, where you can brake a lot later than you think, and the corner it's also very long, so you need to kind of go in deep and then cut back to the apex to have a straight line exit early, back on the power. As soon as you are hitting the apex, you are back on nearly full power, because you need to climb this hill with the maximum momentum you can gain from a nice exit. The next turn, you can go down to 5th gear. 6th gear is also fine, especially in the race if you want to preserve a little bit of tires, but obviously we are full on qualifying and push mode now. So you try to carry the maximum speed, and again it's all about using the exit curves very comfortably, utilizing every millimeter of the circuit, because that's how you carry the most amount of speed without scraping off your momentum with too much rotation on the front wheels. The entry of this double right-hander is completely flat, and then when you kind of completed your turn-in and you are set up for a straight line braking zone, then you can really smash the brakes. And as soon as you start turning your front wheel sharper, you have to lift off the brakes, because otherwise you will lock your front tires. You can start turning in quite early because the track kind of falls away from you, but then it instantly turns into an uphill, which will really grab your front tires in. So you need to be back on the power early to make sure that the weight distribution goes back to the back, and then you will not have understeer. If you just practice enough, guys, you will know what I mean. Using all the track again on the exit, you have to be perfect with the shifting, by the way, especially in this uphill exit. Just make sure that you are not on the rev limiter of the car, but you are not below the red revs, because you need to have full power in these very power straining times of the lap. Then this is the end of the second sector. Then you have to brake on the curb again, and you have to lift off the brakes quite early to arrive at these curbs in a quite neutral state. If you are just in a neutral, no throttle, no brake position, that's when the car will be the most stable on the curbs. As soon as you hit the second curb, then you can be back on the power, using all the track on the exit for this long flat out section. Then probably the most difficult braking zone of the track comes, because there is not a long exit between the last two turns, so you can brake really late, but it's downhill braking, so you really need to maximize your braking performance to gain lap time here. I broke just after the 100-meter board. I go in really deep into the corner, but as you brake, you can pivot the car around the front axle with trail braking. The exit is not that important, you just need to fall on the outside curbs here to prepare the nice last corner, where I usually avoid the inside curb because it unsettles the car, but I use every millimeter of the track on the outside to carry the maximum speed possible into the short run just before you cross the finish line and start again. Thank you very much for watching, I hope it helped, and see you next time.